Good morning, friends. So, yesterday we learned the method of substitution and elimination. I hope you must have tried it, but today we are going to look at a problem sum and find the method to solve this. The sum is if the cost of 2 pencils and 3 erasers is rupees 9 and the cost of 4 pencils and 6 erasers is rupees 18, find the cost of each pencil and eraser. So, first I have to make the equation. So, how do I make the equation? Let cost of each pencil be x and cost of each eraser be y. Then we have got 2 pencils. Now, one pencil costs x rupees, so 2 pencils cost 2x rupees. One eraser costs y rupees, so 3 eraser costs 3y rupees. And the total is rupees 9. But when we buy 4 pencils, so 4x plus 6 erasers, so 6y equal to 80. Okay? Now which method should we use to, we'll try the method of substitution first. Okay? So what is the method of substitution? We'll substitute the value of x. So we'll write here x is equal to 9 minus 3y upon 2. Okay? So how did we get this? This 9 is on this side, plus 3y goes on the other side, becomes minus 3y, and 2 is in multiplication and brought in division. Now we replace the substitute this value of x in the second equation. So we have 4 into 9 minus 3y upon 2 plus 6y equal to 80. 2 1s are, 2 2s are gets cut, 2 9s are 18, 2 into minus 6, 2 into minus is minus 6y plus 6y equal to 18, minus 6y plus 6y gets cut, we get 18 equal to 18. Now 18 equal to 18 is true for all the conditions. So we are getting no particular value for y. Yesterday we tried this method called the substitution method, but we are not getting any answer here. Why? Because we have substituted the value. Let us try the elimination method. Okay? In the elimination method, let us eliminate x. So what is the LCM of 2 and 4? The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So I multiply the up equation by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 9s are 18. So what did you see here? When I multiply this equation by 2, this equation has become same as this equation. So if you now see this, what is a1 upon a2? 2 upon 4, that is 1 upon 2. b1 upon b2 is 3 upon 6, that is 1 upon 2. c1 upon c2 is 9 upon 18, that is 1 upon 2. Here a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2 means the lines coincide and all the roots are the possible roots. Means you can take any value of x and you will get the corresponding value of y. All of them are valid. Okay? So if you take the value of y to be 2, let us say we take y equal to 2. Then 3 2s are 6. So 9 minus 6 is 3. So what we will get here? We will put the value of y equal to 2. 2x plus 3 2s are 6 equal to 9. 2x equal to 3. X equal to 1.5. So we will get x equal to 1.5. If I take each eraser cost 2 rupees, then each pencil will cost how much rupees? 1.5. Now let us say the pencil cost 3 rupees each. So this pencil costs 3 rupees, so 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 3y equal to 9. Then 3y equal to 9 minus 6, that is 3. Y is equal to 1. So if the pencil costs 3 rupees, then the eraser will cost 1 rupee. But if you keep on changing the value of x and y, you will get so many answers. Why? Because we saw a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2 means the lines coincide. And because the lines coincide, there will be infinite solutions. So we will never get a unique solution here. So this question which is given, 2 pencils has become 4 pencils. The number of pencils have doubled. 3 erasers became 6 erasers. The number of erasers is doubled. Then rupees 9 became rupees 18. The money is also doubled. So it is a coinciding equation which will not have a unique solution. Now, how should we modify the sum to get a unique solution? So what are the conditions for a unique solution? For a unique solution, we should have a1 upon a2 should not be equal to b1 upon b2. Okay, this is the condition for a unique solution. So now I am going to modify this question to come to an answer. But what I have got, a1 upon a2 should not be equal to b1 upon b2. Now a1 is 2 and a2 is 4. So a1 is 2 and a2 is 4. So what is 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2. The number of pencils have been doubled. Now if I double the number of erasers, if 3 becomes 6, then we have got a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2. I do not want that. So I have to remove this 6 from here. So let us say I remove the 6 erasers and put 4 erasers. Okay? So now you can see 2 pencils have become 4 pencils, doubled, but 3 erasers become 4 erasers, not doubled. So 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4. So what I have got, a1 upon a2, 2 upon 4 is not equal to 3 upon 4. So I have changed the condition here. But then I have to find a new price because the price is not remaining the same. So what will I take? Let me take, this becomes 16 rupees. Okay, I will change the sum now. So you can rewind and see what was the original sum. The number of pencils were doubled, the number of erasers were doubled, the price was also doubled. So what condition we got? a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, infinite solutions. But here for a unique solution I want a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So I made these 2 pencils as 4 pencils, but 3 erasers became only 4 erasers, the price 16. So now the equation becomes 2x plus 3y equal to 9, but the second equation becomes 4x plus 4y equal to 60. So now we have got another equation. Now you can check out a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. So here we have a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So now which method will go to? So first we'll try the substitution method. Okay. So in the substitution method, again we have x is equal to 9 minus 3y upon 2. So x equal to 9 minus 3y upon 2. Replacing this equation, substitution, 4, 9 minus 3y upon 2 plus 4y equal to 60. 2 1s are, 2 2s are cut. We get 2 9s are 18 minus 6y plus 4y equal to 60. How? 2 9s are 18, 2 into minus 3y minus 6y plus 4 as it is. Now minus 6y plus 4y is minus 2y, and 18 goes on this side, becomes 16 minus 18. So we have minus 2y equal to minus 2, or y equal to minus 2 upon minus 2, y is equal to 1. So now we got y equal to 1. After we got y equal to 1, let us replace the value here. So since y equal to 1, x is equal to 9 minus 3 into 1 upon 2. 3 1s are 3, 9 minus 3 is 6, 6 upon 2 is 3. So we get x equal to 3 and y equal to 1. Which method I used here? The method of substitution. How? From the first I took the x, I can even take the y, I took the x, I replaced this value in the second equation, solved the equation, I got y, replaced the value of y, I got x. So here you have to see, when you do the problem sum, check out a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, only then you will get a unique solution. If a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, then you will get another type of equation. Yes, no solution. You will get something which is not matching. And when a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, you will get infinite solutions. So you have to check this out. Now I did this by which method? So I did this by substitution method. Now I will do the same thing by elimination method. Okay? So we will have to eliminate something here. So what is easier to eliminate here? You can see from this equation, this is 2 and this is 4. So if I multiply this by 2, the top equation by 2, then they both become 4. So this equation becomes 2 into 2x is 4x, 2 into 3x is plus 6y, 2 nines are 18. Okay? So I multiply it to actually write the whole bracket. The whole equation I multiply by 2. So I got 2 into 2x, 4x, 6y equal to 18. This I have 4x plus 4y equal to 16. So this is which method? Elimination. In the elimination you have to make one of them equal. Now I subtract it because both the signs are same. I subtract, subtract, subtract. So what do I get? 6x minus 4y is 2y. 18 minus 16 is 2. So y equal to 2 upon 2 equal to 1. So I got y equal to 1. After I got y equal to 1, I put in the first or second equation whatever. 2 into x plus 3 into 1 equal to 9. So 2x equal to 9 minus 3. 2x equal to 6 or x is equal to 3. So by both the methods I get the answer. But what you have to check here was the question. Okay. So now we have done a problem sum. Now we'll go to a simple sum. Okay, we have two more equations on the board. 7x minus 15y equal to 2, x plus 2y equal to 3. Now we'll do the method of substitution first. Again we'll use the method of substitution. Now you see, to substitute we have to find the value of x or y. So here there is 7x and 15y and 2. If there is x and 2y and 3. So you can see, you can very easily take the value of x here. How? Because in the second equation you can write x is equal to 3 minus 2y. So there is a choice for you. You can either take the first equation or the second, but take such a one that the value of x becomes very simple. So we have taken the x from the second equation this time because x doesn't have any coefficient. So x equal to 3 minus 2y. Now from the second equation I got the x which was replaced in the first equation. So the equation becomes 7 into 3 minus 2y minus 15y equal to 2. So 7 3s are 21 minus 14y, 71 minus 15y equal to 2. So minus 14y minus 15y is minus 29y equal to 2 minus 21 is minus 19. So y equal to minus 19 upon minus 29 or is equal to 19 upon 29. So you are getting the value of y as 19 upon 29. We can get any value. Now we have to replace the value in one of the two equations. So you can see this equation is easier to replace. We have got x equal to 3 minus 2y. So we'll put the value of y in this equation. X is equal to 3 minus 2, 19 upon 29. So it is 3 minus 2 19s are 38 upon 29. Now we take the LCM. 29 3s are 70. Sorry. 29 3s are 87 minus 38 upon 29, which will give us the answer 49 upon 29. So x equal to 49 upon 29, y equal to 19 upon 29. So we can get any answer that is based on the equation. But why we got a unique solution here? Because you can see a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Yes? So is it clear to you? a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Now we'll do the same sum by which method? The elimination method. So we'll eliminate x again. Why? Because 15 and 2 LCM is 30. Here LCM is 7. So I'll multiply this equation by 7. So 7 into x, 7x, 7 into plus 2y, plus 6y, 7 3s are 21. So I multiply the equation 7. And this I'll copy as it is 7x minus 15y equal to 2. So sorry, 7 into 7x, 7 2s are 14. We have a 14 here. 14y, 7 2s are 14y equal to 21 and the second equation. Now you see we have made the x similar and both are positive, so I have to subtract. I told you if one is positive and one is negative we can add, but when both are positive we subtract. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. So 7x gets cut, 29y equal to 19, y equal to 19 upon 29. We get the same answer by the elimination method also. After we got this, we can replace the value here. So you replace the value of y and you will get the same answer. So this I did by the method of substitution and this I did by the method of elimination. So you have to practice these methods. Okay, and now we'll move to some problem sums and see where these equations are used in real life. Yes, now we are going to use this method in real life and try to solve some problem sums. Some are just mathematical in nature, but it is fun to solve them. So let us carry on. This is a very simple sum, but it is a problem sum. The sum is very simple. We will go to tougher sums later on, but we start with a very simple sum. But to solve this simple sum, what you will need to do is you will have to find out the correct equation. So how do we make the equations? The difference of two numbers is 26. Now what does difference mean? Subtraction. So let one number be x and second number be y. So since we are doing in two equations, we have taken two numbers, one is x and one is y. Now the difference is 26, which is positive, means x has to be the bigger number. So I'll write x minus y equal to 26. That is the first equation. Difference of two numbers is 26. One number is 3 times the other. So 3 times of the smaller number is the bigger number. Since I've taken x the bigger number, x should be 3 times the smaller number. So here you can say I've got these two equations. Now all I have to do is substitute the value. So x is given 3y. So I'll substitute this value of 3y in the first equation. So I get 3y minus y equal to 26. 3y minus y is 2y equal to 26, or y is equal to 26 upon 2. Yes? So y is equal to 30. So I got the value y is equal to 30. Now x is equal to 3y. So I will write x equal to 3 into 13, or x equal to 39. So now you can check. The numbers are 39 and 30, whose difference is 26, and one number is 3 times the other, x is 3 times y, so 13 3s are 39. So you can see here the sum is really very simple, but you have to read the question well and make the correct equation. If your equations turn out wrong, then even if the sum is simple, the answer will be wrong. So these are very simple sums to begin with. Okay? So you have to try the sums, and I'll make you do a few sums, but you have to try them on your own also, because the equation making is the proper thing here. Now I hope you understood the graphical method, but graphical method will be asked separately. The equations will be given and you will have to only draw the graph. But in this type of problem sums, you can use the elimination method or the substitution method. The choice lies with you, but what you have to be careful with is making the proper equation. So read the question carefully and make the proper equation. Let us try one more sum. So we have one other sum on the board. A fraction becomes 9 upon 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and the denominator. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 upon 6. Find the fraction. So in this question, we have to find the fraction. Now what is the fraction? The fraction is a numerator and a denominator. We have no idea what is the numerator and denominator, what is the fraction. But when 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 9 upon 11. If 3 is added to both the numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 upon 6. We have to find the fraction. So, if you have understood the question, try to make the equation on your own. Yes, you can see the question, because the solving part will be very easy. The difficult part is to read this question and form the correct equation. So what you have to see, we have to find the fraction. So we say let the fraction be x upon y. Now you can see a fraction has got a numerator and a denominator, and we don't know both of them. So we take one as x and one as y, the variable. So the fraction is x upon y. Now what are the conditions given? If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator, means I add 2 to the numerator and I add 2 to the denominator, the fraction becomes 9 upon 11. Can you see that? The fraction, if I add 2 to the numerator and 2 to the denominator, becomes 9 by 11. If I add 3 to both the numerator and the denominator, if I add 3 to both the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 5 upon 6. So, we have to find the fraction x upon y. So, we have to find the value of x and the value of y. Now, if you see this, it is not in the form which we did. Which was the form we did? The form that we did was ax plus by plus c equal to 0, or ax plus by equal to minus c, but this is not in that form. So first we have to bring it into that form. How do we do that? We will cross multiply. So 11 into x plus 2 equal to 9 into y plus 2. Yes, this goes in multiplication here, this here. So 11 into x is 11x, 11 2s are 22, 9 into y is 9y, 9 2s are 18. Now we rearrange. So 11x, 9y comes on this side, minus 9y, 22 goes on this side, 18 minus 22 is minus 4. So now it is coming which form? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Same way here, we do 6 into x plus 3 equal to 5 into y plus 3. So 6 into x is 6x, 6 3s are 18, 5 into y is 5y, 5 3s are 15. Right? So we'll rearrange. So we get 6x minus 5y, 18, 15 minus 18 is minus 3. So these are the two equations we got. Now comes the solving part. So we can solve it whichever method we want. So this time I'll go for the elimination method. Okay? So this is 11 and this is 6. The LCM is 66. This is 9 and this is 5. The LCM is 45. So I'll go by the 45 LCM. So what I'll do? 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. I'll multiply by 5, and 6x minus 5y equal to minus 3. I'll multiply by 9. So 11 5s are 55. So I've got 55x, 9 5s are 45, minus 45y equal to 4 5s are minus 20. 9 6 are 54x, 9 5s are 45, minus 45y equal to 9 3s are minus 27. Now you can see this both are negative. 45 by 45, both are negative, so we have to minus. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus, this becomes plus. So 55 minus 54 is x, only x. Minus 45 plus 45 gets cut, and minus 20 plus 27 is 7. So I got x equal to 7. Okay, now I got x equal to 7. I have to replace the value. So let me replace the value here. 6 into 7 minus 5y equal to minus 3. 6 7s are 42. So we have implies 42 minus 5y equal to minus 3. Taking on the other side, minus 5y equal to minus 3 minus 42 is minus 45. So y equal to minus 45 upon minus 5, or y is equal to 9. So we got x equal to 7 and y equal to 9. Now let us check. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. So 9 upon 11. 7 plus 3, 10. 9 plus 3, 12. So 10 upon 12 is 5 upon 6. So the question you can see, you have to read the question well. Find out the proper equations. You have to find the relation first. Then find out in the proper form. Here I have used which method? The elimination method, and I have got the answer. So this is the only part here. Sometimes you can use the elimination method, sometimes you can use the substitution method. The choice is with you, but you get the answer on your own. So we'll do one more sum and then we'll end the lecture for today. Okay, looking into this question, we have got one more question. 5 years hence, means 5 years later, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are the present ages? Now, if you remember, we have done this kind of question in chapter number 4, quadratic equation, in which we used only x. Remember? but there was square of the age or something, they will use only x. Now we are going to do the same kind of sum in two variables. Now since we are given two variables, we have to find the present ages. So first we'll take the variables. Let Jacob's age be x and let son's age be y. Okay? Let Jacob's age be x, let son's age be y. Now I have given you the start. Can you try to do the sum on your own? At least can you work out the equations on your own? Read the question 3 times. You can pause the video now. Read the question 3 times and try to work it out. 5 years hence means 5 years later and 5 years before. So first we'll write 5 years hence means after 5 years Jacob's age should become how much? Jacob's age should be x plus 5. Because if Jacob is having 30 years now, 5 years later his age will become x plus 5 or 35. 30 plus 5, 35. In the same way, son's age will become y plus 5. That is when? After 5 years. Presently, we should write let Jacob's present age. Okay. We should mention here, let Jacob's present age be x and son's present age be y. So just now their age is x and y. 5 years hence means 5 years later, Jacob's age would become x plus 5, son's age y plus 5. But what is the relation? The relation is Jacob will be 3 times. Jacob will be 3 times the age of the son. This is 5 years hence. And 5 years before, 5 years ago, Jacob's age would have been how much? X minus 5. And son's age would have been y minus 5. But that time, 5 of the relation was Jacob was 7 times the age of the son. Jacob was 7 times the age of the son. So we have taken Jacob's present age as x, son's present age as y. 5 years later, Jacob's age will be x plus 5, son's age will be y plus 5. And the relation, Jacob will be 3 times the age of his son. And 5 years ago, Jacob's age was x minus 5, son's age was y minus 5, the relation was 7 times. So now after this we have to make the equations. So how to make the equations? You will just open the bracket. X plus 5 equal to 3y plus 15. 3y plus 15. Can you see this? Open the bracket. X plus y, 3 to y, 3y, 3 5s are 15. On rearranging we get x minus 3y equal to 15 minus 5 or 10. This is equation 1. Equation 2. X minus 5 equal to 7 into y, 7y. 7 5s are minus 35. Yes? So here we get x minus 7y. Minus 5 goes on this side, minus 5 becomes minus 30. So this is equation number 2. So which are the equations? X minus 3y equal to 10 and x minus 7y equal to minus 30. Now you can see already x and x are the same. So we'll go by the method of elimination. So both are positive, I'll subtract, add. So this gets cut. Minus 3y plus 7y is 4y. 10 plus 30 is 40. So y equal to 40 upon 4 or y equal to 10. So what is the age of the son right now? The age of the son is 10. Okay? And how will you find the age of the father? We can put this equation here in the first equation. X minus 3 into 10 equal to 10. X minus 30 equal to 10. So x equal to 30 plus 10 or x equal to 40. So the present age of the son is 10 and the present age of Jacob is 40. Now check it out. 5 years before. 5 years before the son was 10 minus 5. 5 years old. Father was 35 years old. So Jacob is 7 times the age of his son. After 5 years, son will become 15 years age and father will become 40 plus 5, 45, where the relation is 3 times the age of his son. So the present age of the father and son is 10 years old, and Jacob is 40 years old. So we have done one more sum using the method. So the sums are very simple, if you can see. All you have to do is read the question carefully, make your proper equation. Once you get the correct equation, then you can solve it and get the answer. So we are going to end here. Thank you.